Puck, weaving their magic to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. Hello, Chakabutties, welcome. Puck, from William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, getting ready to weave and wave their magic open wire, and yet to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. A quote from the weaver, Nick Bottom. What's it got to do with Nigel today? Well, my fair-minded friends have been in touch and said, Nigel, the Royal Exchange Theatre in Manchester cancelling a production of William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, going to be presented using the rave scene music in Manchester to present Shakespeare in a new, innovative way. And it's been cancelled short notice. Distressing for everyone involved. What do you think about it, Nigel? Hilary and I, we're going to discuss it, aren't we, Hilary? Without really mentioning the Royal Exchange. You see, the rave scene in Manchester then, even now, when I go to the gym at my age, unless the music is at what, 145 beats a minute, Hilary, we can't vibe on the cycle machine. Because you see, back in the late 80s and 90s, the rave and rap scene in Manchester, we were all in it together. The age range was from 50, 40, down to all the teenagers. The Hacienda. Well, Tony Wilson, happy memories of Tony, Granada Television and everything, but the vibes they got together at the Hass, it was just wonderful. Indeed, one night, I can recall, never forget, they had a clairvoyance caravan in the Hass, and we were raving at the same time as having our fortunes told. But the message conveyed by rave, did we know the message? Did we discuss the message? Not really. We were all in it together, raving. Just off Piccadilly Gardens in Tariff Street, there were some rehearsal rooms that became eventually Spirit Studios, sweat dripping off the black walls. Johnny B, well, you haven't got the money, never mind, go in there and rehearse, it's all right. Again, everyone mucking in together, all creatives, all musicians, and the stars that had their roots in those Tariff Street rehearsal rooms. If I started naming them, well, I'd be accused of name dropping, wouldn't I, Hilary? But the thing is, we all got on together, had a jolly good time. But my Mansfield Television, where I'm sort of working a little bit in London, spotted that London Weekend Television had put out a tender for some to come together and present a submission presenting sport in an innovative way for young people and insert into their Saturday morning programming. 5 or 10 minutes. We were just talking late, 2 o'clock in the morning in Tariff Street, and we said, hey, we've got an idea. And there was Merv. Now, Merv was a beatboxer. You know, those that make all the sound with the mouth. Wonderful. Merv was a beatboxer. Fifi was a singer. Was Heather there as well? I can't remember all the things, but I remember the vibes. There was Danny, who'd recently had a top 10 hit. Was it Barrington? But anyway, all these groups were together, and we suddenly said, let's have a go for it. Let's think. And we came up with this idea based on music. Music being the universal language of communication. And we said, we'll call it rap-revactive. That's a good word, rap and rave together, rap-revactive. And we'll present this 5-minute insert, 10-minute insert on the basis of using rap, rave together to present sport. No speaking from the commentators, the presenters. They were all raving and rapping. And the demo was about football and how to get football. Hey, we're going down to football today. Get the idea. I mean, yes. Well, anyway, rap-revactive. And my Mansfield Television submitted it to London Weekend, and we got the news. It's in the last three, and it was turned down. Why? Because those judging it said, it's rap and rave, a genre of music. You can't sustain it. so you won't be able to do a full series. What? And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. Because nowadays it's all confrontation. We could say, hey, you don't understand the culture, you don't understand what's going on. But what was absolutely clear from the show, the star was sport. All right, they misjudged the longevity of rap and rave. But the star had to be the sport. We weren't trying to convey a cultural message with the music. No, the music was a way of making star sport in a different way. So is that what's happened at the Royal Exchange Theatre? Did the Royal Exchange Theatre think that, well, William Shakespeare and A Midsummer Night's Dream are the stars, and using the ambient music of rave to communicate with a new audience, not seeking to have a new message taking priority over William Shakespeare? Indeed, London weekend television probably never even considered back in the day that the idea that sport wouldn't remain the star. So sport was going to remain the star for the young children watching the show, and the rave music was a way of, well, communicating. Sport remained the primary message. So presenting a rave version of William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, were the Royal Exchange Theatre, in commissioning that with a freelance artistic director, expecting that William Shakespeare, A Midsummer Night's Dream, would remain the principal message? Nothing would detract from that. But then on the other side, did the artistic director quite freely think, well, I've got freedom of expression, I want to convey a message. And that message may well supersede William Shakespeare and A Midsummer Night's Dream. So, opposite sides of the same coin. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays, because nowadays it's all confrontation. And it's sad because at the end of the day, with this particular production, those saying, well, the artist got paid, what does it matter? What does it matter? Of course it matters. We've rehearsed for weeks, we've emotionally involved ourselves, immersed ourselves in the topic, and now not to be able to perform in front of an audience. And what about the audience? What were they expecting? So at the end of the day, it's a simple breakdown of communications, and anyone can make of it what they wish. But realistically, we've heard that the Royal Exchange Theatre are now saying they're going to review their model of presumably commissioning artistic directors. But that's a situation they found themselves in. And looking it aside, it's just a simple breakdown of communication. I don't believe, really, that the Royal Exchange Theatre meant anything untoward. Equally, I don't believe the artistic director meant anything untoward. But of course, tippy-tappy, internet, the media all get onto it. You have to make a comment. You have to defend your rights. No, we have to learn to get on together like we used to do back in those rave days of Manchester in the 90s. We all got on. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. I'm going to hide behind Puck's donkey's head and hope you'll join me again with good fortune and love to everyone.